We can also go ahead like this to print the logins. This is login with Python. I use comments to explain the parts I didn't explain with audios. You can change the default configuration here. Login the basic configuration level, login the debug. Debug is the lowest level. So if we print this code, if we run it, this is what we're getting. It displays all information except the debug because I believe it's set on info and it adds. One, two, three, four. Okay. If I change this debug now to info, it would not display the debug message of the info. Let's say login dot debug. This is a message to show that the info level is above the debug level. This message will now be displayed because here we set our basic configuration level to info, and info is the second level. Debug level is lower than the info, so info would print the rest except debug. Alright, let's run the script to see what we're talking about. Okay, I think I know where the error is. There's an error. I'll fix that. There's a slight error. The bug is not meant to be in capital here. If you want to run it like this, sorry, the two ways we do this. One, you can write it like this here. But I want to do this like this. The bug is not meant to be in upper cases, lower cases. Now, if you noticed, it did not display the debug message. But now let me change this info back to debug. Let's change this info back to debug and see if all the messages will be displayed. Now this debug here will need to be in upper cases. No, now we have the debug message. Warning info critical debug. This message to show that the info level is above the debug level. If I set this debug to running, I doubt if the rest would show, but just the warning messages. Let's try that and see. I don't like programming with phones, man, because of this. Alright, running. Now running this, it just brought out the warning, error, and critical. The info was not out. Okay. Yeah, man. So on to the next. It's okay. If you don't want to use the login module itself, you can use a logger. Alternatively, you can say logger is equal to login dot get logger Godzone logger. Godzone logger. No, login. No, it's meant to be login. Typo error. Now, if we say logger dot info, this thus is a messenger and the rest. Let's run to see what happens. Okay, critical root. The message is not displayed yet. Info. Yeah, you know why this happened? Um, this is set to warning. That's right. So I'll set it back to debug and let me set it back on debug. So all the messages display. The bug will display every message. The bug. Now let's run it. Okay, DOS is a messenger. Dot dot dot. The essence of login is to put it's for us to understand errors if we're using a business application or a, an application used by a large amount of people. So instead of just printing, okay, this happened, we can just put it in a log. Most applications, most programs running now use log. So the logger helps so much. The logger helps so much. Now, sometimes you may not just be able to set this basic level like this. So, in such a case, what you do is this. Sometimes it doesn't work. So, if this doesn't work, this is what you do. Okay. Um, let me just take a screenshot of this so I can post to people who don't really follow, so they can take the codes down. All right, done. Okay. Yeah, all the spaces are match. Log into the bug. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Now, what were we? We were here. If levels does not override the basic configuration, the basic configuration, let's say the basic config, you see for handler in login.root.handler, login.root.handler, handler in lower cases, handlers. Okay, now we need to, what we do next is You remove all the handlers we already have in the root logo. All the handlers that we already have in the root logo. The remove handler. Handler. This is how it, this is how we do it. We might not need this now for this video, but this is useful information. This is useful information. But for now, we're taking it out because we won't be needing that in this video. It's just useful information. Alright, back to base. Back to base. Okay, let me take this out. So we'll follow with the alternative level. Okay. Yeah. Out. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, yeah. This is where. Alright. Okay. Logo. This is the difference. Let's create a file handler. Let's create a file handler that will handle all the login messages. Now we'll say file handler. File handler is equals to login. Login the file F in capital handler. Log file. This is the name of the file. We can even say .txt to save it in a text format. Okay, but we'll use log format for this. Now we set level file handler dot set level. Now once you have the file created, you login the end handler file handler. Now we're setting the file handler to the basic login to recognize our file handler we just created. Now we can log um, this is a debug message. So just to speed things up, I would copy and paste and let's get ahead faster, you know what I mean? Okay. Alright, and paste again. We have up to info 5. We should have up to 5. Yeah, we have up to 5. We have the debug, we have the info, we have the warning, we have the errors, and we have the critical. This is a critical message. This is an error message. The word is this is an error message. This is a warning message. This is an information, an info message. So once we have this done, okay, let's run this. Oh, I have an error. I have an error. Add handler. Add handler is meant adds file handler. Log in the warning. Add handler. Where are you? Let's run again to see the error. Login has no attribute to. Okay. It's not meant to be logging here. We logger. The logo we created above, this guy, this was meant to be here. Now, same here. Logo. Let's change all this to login. Just keep my mind. The logo created alternatively, this guy. So this is the guy we're using down there. So let's run this now and see. Okay, it worked. Info debug, info warning. We had some let's take out this is a messenger so we man I hate ads, man. Okay. This guy is going off. We don't need him. So let's run it again. So okay, yeah. Debug. This is a debug message. This is an info. Godzone logo. Now the title is there. You see that? That's the difference. I prefer this alternative method because it's easier to follow through. Now let's add time and dates to it. This is how we get today. Now let's get now. Let's say today is equal to date time dot today. Date normally. If you print this out, let's say okay, let's do this. File handler look for alpha handler. Okay. Now let's add something to this. Let's see string today. We want to concatenate. Let me run this to see what happens. Okay. We will need spacing. Yeah, it worked. But let's do something nice. Okay. Yep. No. We have this guy here. Okay. Yeah. Let's do some spacing so it will look good to the reader who reads the logs. Some people's jobs are to go through logs. So without these logs, it won't be necessary. It won't be easy for a programmer or a debugger, except an advanced person who knows what he's doing. But for a newbie, he will need logs like this to be able to track errors. Python display errors through logs. We had to be like, oh, you're missing this here, you're missing that here. That's the result of logs. Understand? So let's run this. It works. Where's the B from? Did I type in the B? Oh. Oh. Oh, it's finally. We use the F string here. F string today. Oh, we need curly brackets. This now calls this today. It calls this today. Yeah. Today dot month. Now in 02 day. This displays this in a reasonable format. In one of my next videos, I will explain this properly how it works, so we all can follow. Today.day. Still 2D. Okay, 0 2D. Today, yeah, 4 handler. Let's change this to frowning plus log. Okay. So if we run this, okay, there are no errors. Now this will save our file with the date. Let me save this file. So I would, oh god, I won't have to start coding from scratch again. In a second, we'll go to the formatting. Let me save this file and show you the new file we created. Let's in a home file, new folder. Let's say login with Python, YouTube. Login. In the series of login. Create now. Select folder. Log. Alright. Now if I run this, let me show you something. Open this. We have just this file in it. Now let's run the script. Let's run the script. Alright. Now the script is meant to open a new text, a new log file. So yeah, we have not this. This guy, today's log. This are the logs here. Together. Now let's go to the format. I don't want this video to be too long because I personally don't like long videos most times when I go for tutorial. So once your tutorial is too long, it weakens the vibe, right? So I don't want this to be too long so we all can follow through. The formatting is very important, so we don't have to see a log file like that. Something went wrong. Let's create a formatter. This is the structure. If you want to follow through, this is the way it is. So percent, level, name. Yes. Percent message. Okay. Dash. Percent message. You can see what's done, but it works and it's very, 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 very important. This must stay the same. They're very important. The whole sensitive pieces of information. So let's do this file handler dot sets formatter. Now let's run this. File handler is not defined. File handler is not defined. Well, file handler is defined here. Okay, 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 okay. All right. So with this, you can see here the format is the same because we only changed the few format of the file handler. Now let's open our log file. Okay, let me close it and open it again. This is how you do professional logging. Now this is it. It says okay, this is a warning. It says the time, including our time. I can take out the time. You get that? This now can help you. This can help you know what went wrong, where it went wrong. Use an error message to be like, oh, you missed this here. You can also use the critical to be like, do not exceed the spats and all those kind of things based on logistics. I, 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 I value this and I tend to use this in when I code. So I just hope you learned something today. Please like this video. Thank you.